Investors are also keeping a close eye on Nike shares. This morning, the athletic footwear and apparel company set to report its Q2 earnings after the bell today. Analysts seem fairly optimistic about Nike's quarter, which will provide investors with an early look at the company's holiday shopping demand. Evercore's Michael Binetti expects a slight beat on EPS and believes Nike will hold its full-year guidance for 2024, despite some top-line risks here. Shares up by about 1.25%, we'll call it.
Yeah, there certainly are some risks. One of those, and it's going to be a focal point in this results, is China's sales there, what demand looks like, recovery much slower than initially anticipated. What stuck out to me, though, about this Evercore note was what he had to say about the longer term in terms of some of the revision work that we could see to the algo and what that means to the algorithm and what that means for their lowered revenue targets here in the long run. He does make the point that he does think it's good just in terms of what that means priority-wise, gross margin-wise for the longer-term growth story. But some of those changes, he was saying that they think a refreshed algo with slower revenue growth but a much more detailed margin build is going to be positive for the stock in the longer term. But a lot of this story, like Maddie was just saying, it's going to be about consumer demand. It's once again going to be giving us an inside look at what people are willing to spend on, what they are not spending on, where exactly that is happening. Clearly, Nike is going to give us that global picture, and China will be a focal point here.
You know, a few things come to mind to me for Nike and what we're going to be waiting to hear from the company, and a few of them called out within this. Number one, the tough comps that this company is going to be up against. You look at last year and all the demand that there was for any type of alt dunk that you could find, and then even more of the fodder for conversation or interest in what could be the metaverse dot swoosh, kind of Nike's iteration on top of what a blockchain type of or metaverse type of play would be. And so that just kind of showcased the digital dominance that they were showcasing at that point in time and the search that was flowing into them. We've retraced a little bit from that as we had seen even in TD Cowen's holiday tracker and some of the digital data. But also here, this is a company that is battling some of the resale market as well here. And I think inventory is one of the things that jumped out to me where we might see a normalization of inventory as had been called out within this note here. The biggest wall of worry for the second quarter revenues, fiscal second quarter revenues, North America wholesale lapping an outsized 37% growth rate in the same quarter of last year. So wholesale battling the bots and the resale market, but then additionally just some tough comps that they're going up against here.